South America is building the future of football, and some of these stadiums look straight out of a sci-fi movie. From Argentina to Brazil and beyond, new mega arenas are on the rise, bigger, bolder, and built for a new era of South American football. But one upcoming stadium has a feature so wild, it might change how we think about match days forever. And yes, it's already under construction. Let's take a look at the next wave of football temples across the continent. Let's start in Buenos Aires, where River Plate is transforming El Monumental into what could become the greatest stadium in the Americas. The club's ambitious 70,000 capacity expansion isn't just about adding seats. They're creating a complete entertainment district that will make this venue a destination 365 days a year. The new design includes a retractable roof that will protect fans from Buenos Aires' unpredictable weather. But here's what really matters. They're adding a 360-degree LED screen that wraps around the entire upper tier. Imagine watching a Copa Libertadores final with replays and stats surrounding you from every angle. The investment exceeds $200 million, and when you walk around the construction site today, you can feel the ambition in every beam and concrete pour. River wants to host a World Cup final someday, and they're building like they mean it. Moving north to Brazil, where Flamengo is finally getting what their 60 million fans have been demanding for decades, a stadium they can actually call home. The new Flamengo Stadium in Rio de Janeiro will hold 78,000 passionate supporters, making it one of the largest club-specific venues in the world. But size is just the beginning. The design takes inspiration from the Maracanã's glory days while incorporating every modern amenity you can imagine. We're talking about a waterfront location that will offer stunning views of Guanabara Bay, integrated shopping and dining experiences, and a museum dedicated to the most successful club in Brazilian football history. Construction started in 2024, and the projected cost sits around $500 million. This isn't just Flamengo catching up with European clubs. This is them setting a new standard for what a South American football palace should be. São Paulo isn't sitting idle either. The legendary Morumbi Stadium is undergoing a transformation that will bring it into the 21st century while respecting its iconic history. São Paulo FC is investing heavily in making Morumbi a smart stadium with full 5G connectivity, allowing fans to order food from their seats, access instant replays on their phones, and even choose their own camera angles during matches. The renovation includes upgraded premium seating areas that will generate the revenue streams Brazilian clubs desperately need to compete financially with European giants. They're also addressing one of Morumbi's biggest issues: accessibility. New elevators, wider concourses, and improved access for disabled fans will make this 70,000-seat giant finally feel welcoming to everyone. But let's talk about something truly revolutionary happening in Chile. The new Estadio Monumental David Arellano for Colo-Colo isn't just another renovation. It's a complete rebuild that showcases what sustainability can mean for South American football. This 47,000 capacity stadium will be powered almost entirely by solar panels integrated into its roof design. We're talking about a venue that could actually generate more energy than it consumes, selling excess power back to the grid on non-match days. The Chilean project proves that environmental responsibility and football passion don't have to be enemies. The investment approaches $180 million, and when it opens, it'll be the greenest major stadium on the continent. Stick around until the end to see which stadium is being built in one of the most extreme locations on Earth, and discover the training complex that's attracting wonder kids from across the globe. Over in Colombia, Atlético Nacional is building something special in Medellín. Their new training complex and academy, called Ciudad Deportiva Atanasio Girardot, represents a $40 million bet on youth development. The facility includes 6 full-size pitches, indoor training halls with climate control, a sports science center with cryotherapy chambers and altitude simulation rooms, and housing for up to 200 young players. But here's what makes this different from similar European projects. They're integrating education directly into the complex. Players won't just train here, they'll attend classes, learn languages, and develop skills for life after football. National understands that for every player who makes it to the first team, dozens won't, and they're taking responsibility for those kids' futures. This is the kind of holistic thinking that could change South American football's approach to talent development. Argentina's Boca Juniors, River's eternal rivals, aren't being left behind either. La Bombonera, one of football's most intimidating venues, is getting a facelift that will increase capacity to 70,000, while somehow maintaining that vertical, claustrophobic atmosphere that terrifies visiting teams. The expansion involves adding a third tier that cantilevers out over the existing structure, an engineering challenge that's had architects pulling their hair out for years. They're also building a new training facility in Ezeiza that will rival anything in South America. The total investment package exceeds $300 million, and Boca's president has made it clear. This is about reclaiming their position as Argentina's biggest club. In Buenos Aires, football isn't just a sport. It's religion, war, and identity all mixed together. And these stadium projects are the cathedrals where this religion is practiced. Down in Uruguay, Club Nacional is undertaking an expansion of the Gran Parque Central, the oldest football stadium in South America, still in use. They're increasing capacity to 34,000 and adding modern facilities while preserving the historical character that makes this venue so special. The project includes a football museum that will chronicle Uruguayan football's outsized impact on the global game. Remember, this tiny nation of 3.5 million people won 2 World Cups and 2 Olympic gold medals in football's early decades. The stadium renovation, costing around $60 million, is as much about honoring that legacy as it is about building for the future. Now, for something completely different. In Bolivia, the strongest is developing Estadio Hernando Siles into a true fortress at 3,600 meters above sea level. The improvements focus on training facilities specifically designed to help lowland teams acclimate to La Paz's brutal altitude. Why would a club help their opponents prepare? Because FIFA has threatened to ban international matches at extreme altitudes, and Bolivian clubs are trying to prove they can make high-altitude football safer and fairer. The medical facilities being added include hyperbaric chambers, specialized cardiovascular monitoring equipment, and oxygen supplementation systems. This $50 million project is about protecting one of South American football's most unique home advantages while addressing legitimate safety concerns. In Ecuador, Barcelona SC is constructing the monumental Banco Pichincha Stadium, which will become the largest in the country at 60,000 capacity. What makes this special is its location right on the Guayas River in Guayaquil, creating a spectacular setting for night matches. The design incorporates massive LED facades that will turn the entire exterior into a light show visible across the city. The $150 million price tag includes not just the stadium but an entire sports complex with basketball arenas, swimming pools, and a hotel. Barcelona SC is betting that diversifying beyond football will create the revenue streams needed to keep pace with Brazilian and Argentine giants. Finally, let's talk about the most ambitious project of them all. In Paraguay, Club Olimpia is building what they're calling the Estadio de la Nueva Era, a 60,000-seat stadium that will incorporate technology most South American venues can't even dream about. We're talking about a fully retractable pitch that can be moved to reveal a concert arena underneath, holographic advertising boards that change based on what's happening in the match, and artificial intelligence systems that optimize everything from crowd flow to beer sales. The $220 million investment comes from a partnership between the club, the Paraguayan government, and private investors from Asia who see South America as football's next frontier market. Construction is scheduled to begin in late 2025, and if completed as planned, it could change what we think is possible in South American football infrastructure. If you made it to the end of the video, share your thoughts on these incredible stadiums in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, click here to explore which is the best stadium in the Premier League 2025/26. See you there in a second.